Thursday's election was devastating for the Labour Party and for every Labour supporter. It's the result everyone always fears. I think there's absolutely no point in blaming the electorate. Any suggestion that they didn't, quote unquote, get it is wrong. They didn't want what was being offered. I think that both in 2010 and in 2015, Gordon and then Ed allowed themselves to be portrayed as moving backwards from the principles of aspiration and inclusion that are at the absolute heart of any successful progressive political project. The answer is not to go back to 1997, it's to build on the achievements and remedy the weaknesses, but never to end up in a position where the electorate think that you're going backwards rather than addressing the issues of the future.
You think Labour's lost the middle class, that it should return to a more Blairite agenda?
I think that the fundamental principles of an aspirational and inclusive politics are about middle class, working class and upper class. And it's very, very important in a modern society which does have deep inequalities but whose structure is very much changed, that we set out not to win arguments about how you have a dynamic economy, how you achieve social reform, how you modernise politics, how you play a part. Britain needs to play a part in the international system, and that needs to be done in a way that embraces people rather than divides them. And the lesson of the election, the lesson of the voters, is that we failed to do that in 2010 and in 2015.
As this debate progresses, what is your personal role? Are you going to stay on the sidelines in New York, or do you plan to return to Britain and put your name forward as a possible leader of the Labour Party?
I'm clearly not a candidate in this leadership election. I'm here in New York. I'm running a global charity that's delivering aid to millions of people around the world. The commitment I have to the job I've got doesn't change as a result of the election. What I passionately hope for is that friends and colleagues who are in the UK now will take up the mantle of a dynamic progressive politics that's able to speak to millions of people around the country. And maybe I'll be freer to contribute to that debate because there isn't going to be the soap opera associated with my name and Ed's name, and I hope to be able to do so, but obviously I'm based here now, and it's going to be for leadership candidates to put themselves forward in a way that really does speak to the need to move Labour forward as well as move Britain forward.
Was that an uncomplicated decision? I know you spent the weekend away in upstate New York, a good time, place to think. Was that always going to be your decision?
Yes, because I made a commitment here that I'm only 18 months into. It's very, very important that I fulfil the commitments I've made here. The passion that I've got for Britain and for Labour is undimmed. It's as strong as ever. But it's clear that I'm not a Member of Parliament. I took that decision not to be part of a soap opera over the last 5 years. I wanted Labour to be able to have that debate in a clear way, make its case in a clear way, without any suggestion of distraction from me. And I hope now people can listen to what I say as someone who's trying to contribute, but obviously isn't, party to the race that's going on.